What's good, y'all? Your boy Gibbs Medicate back again with my full story and disclosure on my experience with this whole scam situation going on with DABLOCK365 and 520 promotions and all these major artists that are playing around and caught up in this mess. So to get right to it, I'm going to take you back to September 7th when the game posted about tag a dope rapper, 40,000 followers or less, blah, blah. Tag myself. Day goes by. I hear from him. He's like, yo, I'm putting this playlist together. I want you on it. I'm like, all right, yo, dope. That's crazy because who the fuck wouldn't? Well, then he goes on to say, oh, this is going to be the rate for this. It's a playlist spot, whatever. After you pay it, you can send the music over. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go through the motions and all of that. Send him everything that needs to, and he tells me, okay, the playlist date is going to be October 7th. I'm like, all right, sweet. So I peep his story a couple times here and there, and he's posting about it. So I'm like, all right, seems legit. Well, then about a week before this drops, I seen people posting here and there on IG talking about this scam situation with a bunch of artists, and they were all describing something similar to what I went through. So I just kept my mouth shut for a little bit to kind of see exactly what would pan out because the drop date wasn't even here yet. Well, the drop date comes. I'm like, cool, it's up. We see it. A couple hours goes by. It's already up to like 300 followers. I'm like, all right, that's getting a little bit of traction. Then a couple days goes by, and I go back to check and realize I'm not on there anymore. Come to find out, it's because they copycatted that playlist 4 times and then filtered a bunch of other people's songs into those smaller followed playlists and didn't bother to mention that part or say anything to anyone. They just did it. And then I come to find out later they did a lot of the same shit with SoundCloud playlists. So then, fast forward, I realized this is fucking weird and it's not right. So I messaged him, the game, and being like, yo, like, what's going on? These people are playing with your shit. And he just kind of like shrugged it off, like, what do you mean? Whatever, da da da. And I broke it down to him like, yo, they're copycatting your shit, they're moving people's shit, they're not doing anything right. This isn't what we paid for. Ghost. I don't hear from him for probably 2 weeks or more, and in that time, DABLOCK went through, deleted all those playlists. Mysteriously, everything disappeared, and that's when I found Rap Ponzi Scheme and realized that this has been happening to a lot of people all over, and this is a lot bigger than I realized, and thousands of people are getting caught up in this mess now. So now I've today actually, I was surprised to actually get a message back from the game's account, which, as the people who are caught up in this mess know, none of these accounts are being operated by the people that they're supposed to, by the way. DABLOCK is operating all of them and paying off these artists to be able to use their accounts to get money from unsigned artists and pass it off like they're trying to do us a favor, when really they're just trying to fucking rob us blind. But he hits me today and says, oh, there's a new SoundCloud link for the shit that you did and whatever, and sends it to me, and yeah, it's up there, but how long went by without any of this being talked about? And after me calling you out and asking multiple questions, you completely avoided all of them and redirected back to, oh, let's keep working, bro. No, I'm fucking good, thank you. But so yeah, long story short, that's my version of it. That's what went down with me, the game, DABLOCK365. Nobody else needs to get caught up in this. We can't be silent anymore. For those who are afraid to speak out, use your voice, use your platforms to expose these fuckers for what they are, because we can't let this shit keep going on, or they're going to keep clowning more and more artists and keep robbing people left and right. So do what you gotta, do your research, be smart about the choices and how you invest your bread, and don't be sending that shit to just anyone.